I'm telling you right now, book it.
And him, he's along for the ride. But together, they bring you sports like you've never heard before. The Wait a Minute Show, a new way of discussing today's trending sports topics. And now, back to the show with your host, Jolani J.B. Bodie.
Indeed! Yeah, Lopan. Indeed as well. Lopan, don't cut me off when I'm talking. I gave you a shout out. All right, free Meek Mill. In the chat room, people were talking about this Minnesota-Cleveland game. So, yeah, it's pretty tight, you know. They're in our overtime, and Minnesota's up by 3 at this point, is the update that I'm getting. So, looks like we got a good game, going on there. But we got a good thing going on here as well. You listen to the Wait a Minute Show, your man Jelani J.B. Bodie. And before I move on about this Josh McDaniels stuff, make sure on Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have another show that I do on thewaitaminuteshow.com. So very easy. Just go to thewaitaminuteshow.com, click on episodes, listen to the latest episode or even past episodes, but make sure you also follow. And you can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook, where we do on Saturdays a Facebook live feed as well. So back to this Josh McDaniels thing. So Josh McDaniels, which is the OC for the New England Patriots, decided last minute that he is not going to take the Indianapolis Colts head coaching job. I'm going to say this before I go into the whole thing where people, talking about how they feel about how he handled it. When the news and the report came out that he was interviewing for that job, I was very surprised. I was taken back that the Colts was the place that he wanted to go. I'm not saying, there's something wrong, with the Colts or anything like that, but I just never felt that was a good fit for Josh McDaniels. It just did not seem to me to make sense for him to go there. When you had other teams that was out there that was looking for a head coach that he could have got, on with. Now, if Cleveland had made up their mind, they said they were going to keep Hugh Jackson, but if Josh had wanted to go there, he could have went there. Now, does he want to go to a team that finished 1-31? Probably not, for the past 2 seasons, but he could have. He could have went to the Titans, and did something with, Mariota. I don't know if Mariota was the thing of why he did not go, obviously, I was going to say Oakland, but nah, the whole Jay Gruden thing, or John Gruden, and him coming back, Chucky and all that stuff, I think that is what sold the Oakland Raiders, on him. So I was going to go there, but it wouldn't have happened. He could have went to the Giants. I think that would have been, a better situation than going to the Colts. So I was just really surprised. It probably was another team out there he could have went to. He could have went to the Bears. I don't know if he liked Trubisky or not, but, the Colts just really kind of took me, back, when they were saying that he wanted to go there. Now, why did he want to not take the job? That's the big question. What happened? Did something change at the last minute? Did he have cold feet? The rumor is that, hey, the Patriots said they would pay him a little bit more, but they had to be paying him a little bit more plus something else, So everyone's talking about this is Bill Belichick, basically winding down from a coaching career, and he's going to hand over the keys, to Josh McDaniels. Now, they can't, officially say he's going to be the coach because you got the whole thing about the Rooney Rule and all that stuff. But that is what this smells like. This is, the immediate future, for a guy like Josh McDaniels. He goes back. you got a big, chance or another opportunity to make a run at the Super Bowl because you still got Tom Brady and you got all those other guys, and you probably pick up some more people, during the offseason and people that you draft. So you got a better quarterback situation. You got a better line situation. You got a better, you just got a better overall situation in the immediate future for Josh McDaniels. And, they were saying, his family, he didn't want to move his family and all that stuff. I get that. But here's the thing. It's one thing if Josh McDaniels had been, 2, 3, 4, years into, the NFL. He has been here long enough to know coaches move, all the time. And you were going to take a job. So you knew well beyond that you were going to have to move. So unless something just happened, again, what I'm giving my thought on what is available right now. Other stuff could, come out that would change, my views or, my opinion. But I'm giving my opinion as far as like what's, right in front of my face at this point. So we were talking about, maybe the torch being passed, that Belichick is just saying, look, I'm on the back 9, man. I'm actually on the back 3. I'm about to end this thing up, and I can pass it off to you, and you can handle it. Because I'm just wondering if that's how it went down. Because remember, this thing was literally, he had a press conference set, and the Colts had said, he accepted the job and everything, and he called them basically hours before all that was supposed to go down and told them, I'm not coming. So I don't know if he was walking out and the Patriots, they said they made one last offer to him and they said, hey, we'll give you more money. And he was just like, I appreciate that, man. But, I'm going to go ahead and go over here and take this head coaching job. What about if we give you the Patriots? And I think Josh stopped at the door and he turned around and said, And they said, what if we give you the Patriots? And he's like, what do you mean, give me the Patriots? Like, you become the coach after Belichick leaves. Yeah, I could see that happening. Not those exact words. Again, they're going to lead into it, but that's what makes sense. A lot of guys get into this league to be head coaches, and this is his second opportunity. But now, here's the one thing I will say about Josh McDaniels, that he has turned down other positions or head coaching positions before because he knows what type of position he's in. And he knows, that other coaching positions will come available and he can pick from that. So I think he got that in his back pocket as well, is that, look, if this Patriots thing don't, pan out to how I want it to be, I still can get on with another team. And you will be past that whole burning bridges thing. Because right now, yeah, Colts, they may not want to admit it, and they're not going to say it because they're saying, Chris Ballard, the GM, saying, we moved on. No, you got you got a salty taste in your mouth right now. And the other thing you got to think about is that they had already hired a bunch of his staff, to go ahead and get started. I think they might have already been working. So what are these individuals are going to do? Because you can't possibly think the new, coach that's going to come in is going to keep everybody. Yeah, they'll probably be there a year, but you got to think they're going to start changing, moving people around, letting people go, I don't know. But in the Wait a Minute Show chat room, 334 Bama Boy, I can't say it like I normally do because I'm not signing off, but he said, Josh McDaniels is a snake. This didn't surprise me. And my man Ben from BS3 Sports said McDaniels should never get a head coaching job offer. They announced it on Twitter too. Coaching waiting with the Pats. And he was talking about Josh McDaniels. So we were just talking about that. But now here's the thing I will say about this, Ben, when you say coaching waiting with the Pats, because I was just talking about that. I'm really trying to figure out then, how long are we talking about for Belichick being around? Because Josh don't want to wait forever. Obviously, If that's the case, he asked for a number. He had to have asked for a number. It's like, yo, what are we talking about? A year, 2, 3, 5? What are we talking about? And what's realistic? I just don't. The thing I don't understand is, one, could have something been going on with Andrew Luck. Or he just wasn't sold on Andrew Luck. Because remember, last season, the Colts kind of said, like, oh, Andrew's going to be good. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. Then it started changing, and it kept changing. Then it's like, well, he's going to miss the season, So maybe it was that. But also going back to the Pats, how long is he going to wait? And then the other thing is, it's not like he got a Carson Wentz. A guy that's just getting started. He's going to, going into his prime, probably by the time you get your hands on him, and everything. And, it's your team. Brady's going to be gone. Who are they going to replace Brady with? And when I say replace, I mean just get to play quarterback, not to be what Brady is. Because I'm going to tell you this is the one thing. And Ben said, why would Belichick leave too? Because I believe Bill Belichick is going to leave when Tom Brady leaves. Because he doesn't want, he's older and he doesn't want to start over. But with Tom Brady, let's be honest. Other than me, yes, I'm going to take credit for this. And the only reason it's me, because I'm biased, I think other than me, I'm the only person that felt Tom Brady should have went in the first round. Now, I didn't say number one overall, but when he came out of college, I felt he should have been number one. And I am going to preface that by, yes, I'm biased because I'm a Wolverines fan. If anybody knew, even the Patriots, they wouldn't have waited to the 6th round. And what I'm getting at by saying this is that you don't know what you're getting after Tom Brady leaves. Yes, you've had quarterbacks that have came in there and they've had good games. Matt Castle is the only person that had a good season. So we're talking about, can a guy like Brian Hoyer have a good season? Can Garoppolo, which is, that to me, that's how I thought that thing would have played out. They go ahead and get rid of Brady a year or two too early in there instead of a year or two too late. They go with Garoppolo. Now Josh got Garoppolo and they roll. He getting him in his prime and all this stuff. And then Bill hands over, the team to Josh. That's how I would have seen this. But at this point, when Brady leaves, probably Belichick is going to leave, as well. They both going to be out. And what kind of situation is going to be going on there? Because as much as people want to say Tom Brady is a system quarterback, he is a system quarterback. Majority of players are system quarterback. But when it highlights what you do best, then yeah. But he is a really good quarterback. Can you get that from someone else that's coming in? And then is it going to be worth it? They've been talking about, Ben is talking about this too. Drafting a quarterback in the waiting, But you got to get it right, though. You got to get that pick right. If you go through the New England quarterbacks, like I said, they've had good games, but none of them have had good seasons other than Matt Castle. They have won games. When Brady was serving his 4 games, I think they went 3-1. Yeah, short term, but we never know what they are long term because Brady has always been there, But this leads me to my last thing, with the whole Josh McDaniels thing. The NFL really needs, and people talked about this, and we talked, I've said it before, but they really need to change this. Making these coaches wait until they're done out of the playoffs. It doesn't, and